Yes.
All right. Hi, guys.
Okay. It's Vicky, so we are going to stretch today. And we're going to start, by sitting up on the yoga block and really, nope, it's perfect. And really working to, hang on, let me
Record this. Oh, it is recording. Yay.
oh wait.
I'm going to spotlight my video so it's big, okay? There we go.
Okay. We're going to start by sitting up on the yoga block. And what this does is it really helps to increase the flexibility in the fronts of your thighs. A lot of people who struggle with sitting Indian style usually have really tight hip flexors, so it's like they have to work to get their feet close to them, and their knees are really high above their hips. So if we can increase the range in which our knees can move towards the floor, there's a little bit of an angle here, we can work to help open up those hip flexors. And if you're sitting here and you put your thumbs like on that crease and you bring your legs like up and down where your leg and your hips meet, you feel that big muscle right there, the hip flexor muscle. It kind of lies right below the hip bone. And this is a tricky little buddy, and it is the #1 injured muscle in the body. And it is the hardest muscle to effectively stretch in the body, okay? And so today, we are going to stretch that. So while you're here, you can choose to be feet together in like a butterfly position here, or you can choose to be crisscross applesauce, whichever works best for you. And wherever you're at, I just want you to close your eyes. And while you're sitting on the block, I want you to root your sits bones, your butt bones, down into the block and have your weight evenly distributed. And then from those sits bones, I want you to like build your posture. So your sits bones all the way up to your lower back, all the way up your spine, back ribs, shoulder blades, neck, back of the head, crown of the head, right? We're building our posture up. Take a second to check in with yourself for the week. Maybe, just maybe, right now is the first time this week that you've actually thought about your breath, a big inhalation. Letting that oxygen fill into all nooks and crannies of your body. And a big exhalation, letting it all out. Inhale. Let the oxygen fill your torso, your lungs. Exhale, let it all out. Today, our theme is space. What do you need to make space for? Okay, what do you need to make space for? And physically, on our mats, we're going to talk about how we make space to stretch the different parts of our body that need it. How do we make space in order for our breath to get to the places that it needs to go? But I want you to take that idea, or even that question, what do you need to make space for, off the mat when we're done with this today, okay? What do you need to make space for in your life so that you can move easier? You can stretch yourself how you need to be stretched. Go ahead and open your eyes. Move your block out from underneath you, and you're going to actually meet me on your backs.
Meet me on your backs here today.
Camden, I'm going to kind of angle my mat a little bit so you can see my side body and my front and back body, okay? So we're going to start with just opening up those hips a little bit here. Your heels are going to be nicely placed on the mat, and you're going to walk them towards your buttocks as close as you can get them. I want you to work so that your lower back is firmly pressed into the earth. I don't want there to be any space in between your lower back and the earth here. And we're just going to simply take that right foot and cross it over our left knee. Opening up through the right outer hip. And that right knee is like, we're pushing that right knee away from the chest, away from our face. If you were to stretch out your left leg, it would be like your legs are making a 4, right? From here, push yourself just a little bit. You're going to take that left foot off the ground, that left leg into a 90-degree angle, bringing that right foot closer to the chest, but maintaining the integrity of that right knee. If you'd like to stay here, please do so. If you'd like to increase a little bit more, you can thread the needle where the arms come to the back of the thigh and pull that leg just a little bit closer to the chest, maintaining a dorsiflexed foot, meaning the toes are moving towards the shin of both feet. Here, your left leg is still at a 90-degree angle, but if you want to push yourself just a little bit more, you can take that left heel to the left buttock and grab the outside of the shin for a full stretch. You might feel like you're putting yourself in knots here a little bit. That's okay. But you should really feel that outside right hip opening up and stretching out. Keeping the integrity of the flexed right and left foot. Unclasp the hands. Bring the left foot down to the ground. Right foot down to the ground. Notice the difference in the different sides of your body, in the different sides of your hips. Okay? We're going to do that same thing. Left foot to right knee. Push that left knee away from you. From here we build. If this feels good to you, stay here. Keep that energy, that action, the muscle actions in both of the legs working. If you'd like a little bit more, that right foot can come off the ground, and that right leg stays in a 90-degree angle as we stretch. If that feels good for you, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, you can thread the needle. Left hand goes in the center of the floor, right hand goes to the outside, and gently bring that right knee closer to your chest. And if you'd like a little bit more, that right heel can move towards the right buttock, and you can thread the needle through to the outside of the shin, the top of the shin. Breathe. Don't hold your breath here, guys. Make space with these muscles. Make space for your breath. Slowly unwind. Grab behind the strings of the knees. Gently and slowly rock yourself up to a seated position. Let yourself get a little back. Massage if you wish. Cross the ankles over. Come up on all fours. Okay? Awesome job. Sitting here on all fours, we're going to just wake up the spine a little bit, making sure that we're making those firm handprints in the earth here. Your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder are all in line. This is not in a line. This is not in a line. You want to stack on top of one another. And same goes for your knee and your back hip here, okay? From here, we're going to tuck the chin and lift the chest, lift the spine up. We're going to release that and bring the nose towards the ceiling. Do that a couple times. Tuck and release. We inhale with the tuck. Exhale with the release. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and slowly work those sit bones towards the ceiling into our first downward dog of the day. Heels are working towards the ground, but does not mean that they need to be on the ground. Hands are firmly planted on the ground, just like they were. Isabella, your down dog has improved more than I've ever even seen in this meeting. I swear. And there's so many things happening here, right? The core is pulled in and up. The inner thighs are working to rotate up towards the ceiling. You don't want your knees to collapse because then weird things happen with your ankles and your Achilles tendon gets all funky. From here, we're going to lift that right foot up, flexing the toes towards the ground, okay? Not out like a, dog that's ready to pee. Down. So you're in like a straight line here. And that right knee is going to come in towards the nose as we work to plant that foot into a low lunge. Now, there's a couple of different things that you can do here. Fingertips can go on either side of the foot. That back leg can stay straight. But if you're like, no, that's not going to happen, just drop the back. That's totally fine. It really depends on what your body is saying to you. And I know that sounds very cheesy, but truly, the muscles that need room will be speaking. Right now, my left hip flexor is telling me I need to breathe into it, okay? If you're up here, some of you might be feeling it on that outer right hip. Wherever you're at, I want you to breathe. If you're not quite feeling it here, you can walk that right foot towards the outside of the long side of the mat and bring both hands to the inside of the foot. You can do this with the knee on the ground or the knee up. That with any one of those ways. For me, I'm going to really sink into that left hip flexor here. So I'm going to bring my knee down because it feels like it wakes up the whole front part of the leg. If this is good for you, stay here. If you'd like to try a little bit something different, you can bring that left heel up towards the buttock, just like we just did in the warm-up. And your front foot's going to want to kind of turn to the outside. Bring it back to those four corners. And if this is good for you, stay here. If you would like to try something a little bit weird, that inside arm, the right arm, can come up and over. You can grab the outside of the left ankle and hold. I'm not trying to tie you in a knot, but a little bit of that. Slowly unwind here. And we're not going to do a vinyasa today. We're just going to move right from one pose to another, okay? So tuck that back toe, that back foot, the back toes. And from here, this is a low lunge. We're going to inhale slowly into a high lunge. Tuck the tailbone in belly button up, belly button towards the chest, tailbone is tucked here. This is a full crescent lunge. Your hands can stay on your hips, that's fine. Or you can go into the full expression of the pose with the arms up. Wherever you're at, hold it here. Make room for whatever muscle is speaking to you. We're going to inhale up a little bit. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. One more time here. Inhale up. Exhale, drop back down into that low lunge. From here, don't think too hard about this. We're going to push ourselves off the ground from the back foot into a standing split. Working on balance. Toes pointed towards the ground. Remember, farting and falling is fine in this class. Rotating those inner thighs up towards the ceiling. We're not going to have our foot out like a dog ready to pee on a fire hydrant, right? We're going to point it towards the ground. Bring that back foot to meet the front foot. Bring your legs a little bit more than hip width apart. Grab those elbows behind your head. Side one is done. Nice work, guys. Go ahead and inhale, arms come up. Hands come to heart center here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant those hands, and now step your feet back and meet me back in downward dog again. Remember, heels are working towards the ground. They do not have to be on the ground. Your palms are planted and your weight is evenly distributed. Your head is working to be in between the elbow pits of the arms. The weight of our foot, the weight of our body is going to move towards the right foot as the left foot comes up. With our left foot up, we're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest and plant that left foot down, low lunge. On the other side. Some of you are going to want to stay up here and you're feeling this just as it is. The things I care about here, this front knee, I want it to be in line with that front ankle, okay? This is not in line. This is dangerous for your knee. So if nothing else, drop the back knee and just focus on that front leg, that front knee. The other thing I care about is the back hip flexor, the right hip flexor. I want you to be feeling the stretch there. It should never be painful, but it may be a little uncomfortable, especially if you need to make room for that muscle to stretch. From here, we're going to build the stretch however it makes sense to you. You can drop that back leg, that back knee, excuse me. Drop the foot, the toes to the ground. Bring the left hand into the inner part of the left foot as you walk the left foot towards the long side of the mat. And every build that I give you, every modification that I give you, you need to be breathing and just listening to your body. Listening to that front knee, listening to that back hip flexor. Your body will tell you where your limits are. Some of you might have a little bit more room to stretch. If that's the case, you can flex that back foot up, the back heel towards the buttock, the right buttock, excuse me. Watch the front knee, make sure it's not coming over the front toes. If you want to stretch that left arm up and over, grabbing the right ankle behind you, you can go ahead and do that. We're not collapsing in our chest here like a turtle in its shell, lifting up stretch. Watch that front knee. Breathe into that back hip flexor. You're doing amazing. Slowly, mindfully, gently unwind. We're going to move from a low lunge to a high lunge as we lift up. My legs are on fire, right? Like the legs, these powerful muscles in our body have so many of these intricate things that are attached to it and around it. And usually we think about stretching and increasing the strength of the bigger muscles, but it's those little muscles that pack the punch. So here in Crescent, we can stay with our hands on our hips, or we can go into the full expression of the pose with our arms up, not sinking into the shoulders, but depressing those shoulder blades. As we inhale, we lift. Exhale, we sink, even if it's just a little bit, a millimeter. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we sink. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Now here, without thinking too much about it, okay? We're going to push off that back foot. All of our weight is going to be in our front foot as we go into a standing split position. With our standing splits, we're going to work those toes towards the, like angled towards the ground, okay? We're going to work the knee, the hip, and the ankle of the standing leg in line with one another. The foot that's in the air is going to want to kick out like a kickstand. Turn those toes down towards the earth. Breathe. If you hold your breath, you will fall over. That will not be fun. And bring that back foot to meet the front foot. Grab both elbows and hold. Inhale, arms come up and over, hands to heart center. We're going to build on that. Here we go, guys. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Okay? Feel that stretch. Feel that stretch. Inhale, flat back. Fingertips to shins. Exhale, release, forward fold. Come on back to downward facing dog. Weight is evenly distributed in the hands. We're going to bring the left foot to more of the center of the mat as we bring our right foot up. Right knee is going to come to nose as we plant that right foot. Low lunge. Take low lunge however it feels good to you. Drop the back knee. Bring both hands inside. Wherever you need to be, we're going to be there for 3 breaths. Making room for the stretch. Here we go. Unfold, maybe back into low lunge. From low lunge, we're going to build into high lunge. Hands on your hips or arms up. Wherever you are, we're going to be here for 3 breaths. Here we go. Inhale, we lift a little bit. Exhale, we sink. Here's 1. Hold it here. Arms bring the front foot, low lunge. Without thinking too much about it, step off that back foot. All the weight in the front foot. Standing splits, we're here for 3 breaths. Drop the back foot to meet the front foot. Bring it on up with an inhale. We're almost done, guys. Exhale. 1 more side to go. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward dog. Step or jump back to downward dog. Sits bones towards the ceiling. Working to get those heels on the ground. Tailbone tucked under. Lower belly in and up. Belly button towards the spine, okay? Don't hold your breath here. Move that right foot more towards the center of the mat as the left foot comes up. Flexed feet here. You can do it. You're going to nail down dog by the end of the year, dude. I feel it. It's going to be your resting pose eventually. left knee up to plant that left foot in between the hands. Low lunge. Choose your variation. Whatever feels good for you. Whatever feels good for that front knee. Whatever feels good for that back hip flexor. Wherever you're at, we are here for 3 breaths. Unwind back into low lunge. From low lunge, we build to high lunge, crescent lunge here. That back heel is up off the mat. Arms can come up in full expression if you wish. 3 breaths, here we go. Hold it here. Arms come down to frame that front foot without thinking too much about it. Step off, push off that back foot into a standing split. Inner thighs are rotating up towards the ceiling. Front leg, heel, knee, hip, all stacked on top of one another. When your foot starts to splay out to the side, pull, fight gravity, pull those toes down towards the ground. Bring that back foot to meet the front and step it back into child's pose. Big toes come together, knees splay out to the side, and stretch. We're back to all fours. Now today is all about making room, okay? Making room for your muscles to stretch. Making room for your bones to stack, to be healthy and in line with one another. So from all fours here, we're going to bring that back leg straight back. And that front knee is going to work to go in between the hands, just like we just were. Now, this is where our block is our BFF. That block can come up underneath your back, your right hip. Maybe to the inside. You're really working the hip flexor here. Or maybe it's down. You don't need to block. The right knee is up. And the right heel is almost like a kickstand for that left hip flexor. Now from here, if you'd like to really work that left hip flexor, like the energy can open up through the chest, and you can stay here lifted up. Watch that back leg, keep it straight. Got about 5 more minutes, girls. Sorry. Or if you really want to increase that stretch through the right outer hip, you can kind of just work yourself down, whatever that means to you. You guys can get a block if you want. Some of you might even want to rest. Rest and breathe. Make room. I want you to inhale so full, it might almost feel like you can't inhale anymore. And then I want you to exhale so empty, it's like you're bringing out a sponge in your lungs. You cannot let any more air out. Inhaling so full. Pause at the top of the inhale. Exhale so empty. Every ounce of oxygen coming out. Let's do that one more time. Sink into either that hip flexor or that hip. Slowly come up to tall arms again. Tuck that back toe under. Come on back to all fours. Just check in with your body. Feel the difference in the size of your body, the different size of your legs. Get to the other side. Bring that right leg back, toes on the ground. That left knee comes up in between the hands. Drop that back foot. Check that back leg, guys. It should be parallel with the long side of the mat. That's always such a good measuring stick for me. You're going to feel the differences between your hips. Some of you, the other side might have been pretty easy. For others of you, this side is your hard side, okay? Some of you might want to take that black, Griffin, this might be you, and put it under your front hip to just give you some assistance. Remember, guys, we're doing things that our bodies don't do. We do not sit there and do live lessons like this. So Griffin, your left leg is up, your right leg is back. Oh, okay. So then for you, your right leg is forward, your left leg is back, and that block comes right underneath the hip. So that right knee needs to come up a little bit more. Up, up, kind of like off to the side. That could be it. And then, so you can put the block like high, like, and kind of sit on it. There you go. Your hip flexors, my friend. That's what we're working on today. Okay? So wait, what was that? No. Left is up. Okay, cool. Sorry. Camden, you're doing great. Keep going. So here you can decide what you want to do. You want to grow? Or do you want to sleep? Wherever you are, make room. You're doing great. Make room. Make room for your muscles that need it. And breathe in to the places that are talking to you. We all have a place that's talking to you. Slowly come on up to tall arms and bring those legs out in front of you. Can we just stretch that out a second? Okay. Feet are flexed, and I want you to just stretch however it feels good to you. Some of you, it will be a stretch to even get those fingertips on the floor. Wherever you are, I want you to maintain that Tadasana spine, okay? So as you walk those fingertips down, that flat back mentality is going to stay here, okay? Some of you will need to grab a block to increase that stretch because just grabbing your feet is not enough for you. And then once you feel like you've found your end, curl your head down. Slowly walk yourselves up. And then once you get to the top, don't stop. Keep on going back. And now we're heading into our relaxation pose. Arms splay off to the side, palms up towards the ceiling. Legs and feet splay out to the side. Close your eyes. There's no more work needed here. Instead of avoiding the background noises and maybe even the sounds that are distracting, embrace them and search for the quiet. Search for the calm. Search for the peaceful anyway. From the crown of your head, down the back of your spine, relax. Anytime you feel like you need to shift your body to create that relaxation space, do it. Find peace and rest in this space. When your mind starts to wander to your to-do list or to all the things that you forgot to do or you still need to do or you wish you wouldn't have done, come on back here. Today was all about making space. And we made a lot of space in our muscles, in our lungs, and in our bodies for a lot of physical things. But today I want to inspire you to take that idea of making space off of your mat. What do you need to make space for in your life? Is it more of this peace, this calm, this rest? Is it maybe not yoga, but something else that involves taking care of you? Maybe you need to make space for something that you've been avoiding. Or maybe you need to make space for someone you have been avoiding. Maybe you need to make space for a hard conversation with a friend, with a teacher, with a parent, with a sibling, with someone else. Maybe you need to make space for healthy relationships, and that might mean getting rid of unhealthy relationships, which is scary and hard and so good eventually. What do you need to make space for today? Is there something that, maybe in the back of your mind comes up sometimes and you're like, I know I really should do that, but I don't want to. I don't have time, I don't have energy, I don't have space. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to step into that a little bit. Breathe into that a little bit. Slowly begin to increase those inhalations and exhalations. Begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. Keeping your eyes closed, go ahead and push up to a seated position. You can use your block if you wish, how we were at the beginning of class today. Or for me, I'm in hero's pose here, assisted hero's pose with a block, with my toes straight out behind me, really working on the flexibility of my front thigh. Take this idea of making space out into your world off of your mat this week. We're going to end our practice by bringing our hands together in front of our chests and saying namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys for a wonderful practice. If you wouldn't mind rolling up your mats and putting them nicely over here, that would be awesome. And then blocks can go in the backs up here. I've recorded this. Camden, nice job. I will post it in the Yoga Crew chat so you can visit it anytime you wish. And I'll also put it on my YouTube channel, okay? Oh, yeah, spray. Thank you. Bye-bye, germs. Use that. Ryder, how are you feeling? Like a wet noodle?
I call that yoga brain. Thanks, Camden. Good job, honey.